Hey guys, it's Maxi, and in this video, I'm going to break down the thought process of a Radiant Sentinel main. If you're interested in watching these plays live, I stream right here. My favorite role in all of Valorant is the Sentinel role, and that's because I'm a big old introvert. I can keep communication to an absolute minimum because I can pretty much just rely on myself. From lurking to going with the team, I have free reign to play however aggressive or passive I want, while still having the ability to set myself up however I want. For example, in this clip, I'm pretty much just keeping a good control around the map. My turret holds garage while I hold for mid pushes and A pushes, and I'm really just making sure the enemy team can't contain us towards the C long area. My teammates end up getting shredded towards C, so I decide to try to go and save the day.
They're just swinging you guys all. They're swinging all you guys. I'm behind this guy, Breach.
Spike down, C.
After that pick on the Breach, we're in a 2v3 now. More likely than not, we gotta expect that the enemy rotated towards the C area because he killed the spike carrier earlier. With that bit of information understood, my teammates and I are all on the same page. Now's the time to fully reset and just go plant the spike on A. We want these guys to play on our terms, but it won't be that simple. Since we're down in numbers, we're still at a disadvantage here. So I plan on playing a little bit more aggressively here, and I plan on cutting off rotates to tip the odds in our favor.
30 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
I end up doing a little bit more than that, but that's just because I'm the GOAT. My goal at the very least is to equalize a round into like a 2v2 or get some information so my teammate and I can play accordingly. If you let the enemy team have free reign to group and plan a strategy together, you're gonna have a tough time defending the spike. So throw a wrench in their plans before they get to cooking. This next clip is a 4K that I got on a retake, but I want you guys to pay close attention to how I respect every angle and take extra care to clear my corners.
I flash.
It's true, you said about someone being on.
I can nade elbow.
I can flash your elbow for you.
Yeah, go for it.
I just
Scared to see.
You're gonna be depressed.
Being meticulous with your angles is one of the biggest game-changing habits that you can make. Being really prudent, patient, and mindful of every possible angle is a habit that really separates the pros from the Joes. Even going against your better judgment and taking that extra second to clear every possible angle, no matter how likely it is for them to be there, can go a long way. Also, big props to my teammate Tori for the huge flash to set this up in the first place.
One main. One backside, one main.
55,
One main.
55. No.
This next clip is a cypher 4K that you saw earlier. I really want you guys to understand that just because you're on a Sentinel doesn't mean that you're regulated to a set playstyle. For example, in this clip, I'm not doing the standard usual play where cyphers just station themselves on site and just play off their trips. You gotta be unpredictable. So here I'm playing and helping my teammate contest long while the trip gives me security of being flanked from hookah. Here I'm holding next to my Sky, making sure I can support him by shooting all the utility I can to bait to set him up for a couple of kills. If he gets a pick, that gives me a chance to peek, and that makes a beautiful crossfire. I'm not going to be confined to a certain playstyle just because of my role. Just because I'm Cypher doesn't mean I'm going to let my teammate take on 5 dudes by himself. I want to make sure I'll be there to help him with the load. Also, for visualization's sake, I want you guys to understand why I fought long with my Sky rather than leaving him to his own devices and picking up the gap and just watching hookah. Think of it this way, going off numbers alone, it's just 2 of us on B versus 5 dudes who are going to be trying to hit our site. There's 2 lanes to worry about, right? The right play is to play with your teammate and strengthen your defense on one of the lanes for a sturdier hold, rather than keeping it flimsy and trying to solo your own respective lane. 2 versus 3 is better than 1 versus 3. If your teammates' rotates are on point, they can pick up the gaps, which is hookah in this case. This next clip is really me just taking fights and going aim crazy. We're gonna break it down anyways. Here's my setup, and its purpose is mostly information and map control. We're playing a team that enjoys playing slow and takes their time working the map, whether it's middle, B, or A. So the turret's going to be getting info towards B main, while my alarm bot covers mid. Quick intermission from a clip from the same game showing why I really love this turret. It becomes the default to the enemy team to break it every round, and that's when I lure them into a false sense of security to get some free picks. I like using it as bait for a couple rounds, and a couple rounds I don't, pretty much just try to turn it into a chess match to keep these guys on their toes and wary about touching my side of the map. You gotta make them work for it.
Enemy remaining.
Back to the previous clip, it seems like the enemy team is going for a cat split. Bit of an over rotate on my part, but I'm going to take the gamble since these guys haven't faked yet, so there's no real reason for me to respect that avenue yet. Since now I'm out of my element and completely out of util, my job is to support and help my teammates in the only way I can right now, and that's by fighting and playing off them, just making sure I can trade if I need to.
And Sova's out too. Rain to hell, rain to hell.
I'm not going to let myself become useless just because I don't have any of my doohickeys to play off of. My body and my gun is enough. You gotta be confident enough to pretty much play like a duelist if you need to. Whenever the game becomes bare bones and your utilities off the table, you gotta be confident to just rely on your gun skill alone. In this next clip, I'm playing A, so here's my setup for this clip. My turret is to hold the ramps push while I have a kill setup leading into sight.
Yo, Sage, close, bro.
Could be near Vince, killjoy.
Can you make sure I don't die from him, man?
In Vince.
One more right.
Fine, man.
I'm coming, killjoy. Swinging.
I position myself on ramp this round and I get full information that this guy is by himself trying to push ramps. I know he's broke. I have the advantage here. I don't show him any respect and I have full confidence in taking him out. Confidence plays a huge key in Valorant. You'll get into the enemy's heads if they realize that you don't respect them. After that, I hear multiple people taking ropes and I can tell that they're trying to flood me. They know exactly where I'm at, but I still hold the advantage. They have to overextend themselves to try to clear me, and the longer that I stall, the more time that I buy for my teammates to help. And that's exactly what happens. My teammates and I pinch them together for an easy round.
Secret.
Any flash for you guys on the retake?
I need it.
He's gonna go down. You know. Start scaling out. Maybe tired then. He smoked the run out, but I have no water.
I'm fully flashed, one on our already.
2 out.
One enemy remaining. Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
Let's go, cypher.
Take those.
This is today's code word for a chance of free coaching.